So right at the very beginning with TUCANO 400 and 300, it's a straw walker machine. We have the elevator bringing the crop up to the accelerator, then into the drum and then into the impeller for the 400. 300 is just slightly different as it doesn't have the APS itself. As the crop comes up from the elevator, comes up about 5 meters a second and then it's accelerated to 20 meters a second through the drum itself. Once it goes through the drum, obviously it gets threshed, and then on the 400 and 300 we have the impeller behind the drum to then take the crop and put it straight onto the walkers. We do have an ability to put a de-awning plate in on the front part of the concave, as well as some extra threshing bars. The concave itself goes up and down, and there you can adjust it straight from the cab. We can put them into work or take them out of work. So by putting them into work, we're actually allowing the crop to go into the drum to be threshed. So it has to be threshed in the drum, it can't come out of the APS. The same there on the transition from the APS concave into the drum concave, we can put in the threshing segment, and that threshing segment also will allow the crop to be threshed more because it presents the crop to a sharper angle to the drum, which then allows it to be threshed more. So if you are combining something like barley, which is a harder threshing crop, you might find that putting the actual threshing segment in helps a great deal, and then you have the option of putting in the de-awning plates as well. But do try all of your other settings first before you try that. Back into the straw walker itself, here we have the ISS, which are just some fingers that then help to keep the material all fluffed while the straw walkers do move the material towards the back of the machine. Anything that's ready to come out will come out onto the trays underneath. The prep trays here are full-length plastic and can be taken out the front. Same with the fan and the sieves here. For all machines, we have the baffle plate to adjust the angle of the airflow off the first drop off there, and then we also have the throttle valve that we can adjust that volume of air coming off. When you set it up, don't forget to put those into the correct holes, and that is in the CB screen. Whether you have electric sieves and or manual sieves, the sieves themselves are 0 to 20 mil, so 20 mil being the widest, 0 being fully closed. We've got the returns, and in the returns here we're looking for what we call half returns. So in other words, we can still see the shaft of the returns auger from the cab, and that is about right for getting the material to come round onto the APS. Then you also see clean grain elevator going up into the grain tank itself. On the back end, we have the chaff spreader and the chopper. So with the chaff spreader, it does run all the time, and here we can have the ability to adjust the angle of the chaff spreader to then get more or less spreading. And then in the chopper itself, we can also not only chop the material, but we can also spread it wider or narrower. But with the chopper, it's always a very good idea to make sure you keep an eye on the actual sharpness of the blades. And here you can put the stationary blades in and out of work, and also if you do change the rotating blades, please make sure you always check the gap with the stripper plate along the back. Same here on the back, depending on your type of your spreader will also depend on what you need to spread and how you want to spread. So we can have it in swathing, we can have it in chopping, and we have a couple of positions we can put it in. And then as well, the flaps on the back, we can actually then adjust the width at which we spread it.